convinced that the world is divided into two kinds of people, those who love food and those who don't. And whichever kind you are, pal, this show is for you. Because it is going to make a foodie out of you as we seduce your taste buds by journeying through the globe, give you tips and guidelines to sharpen your mind, tips by global gurus, and I will unearth and sniff out information which is useful and usable. For instance, did you know that you can get some superb vegetarian food in Paris, or some absolutely fabulous food, French food in Amchi, Goa? Keep watching and I'll make your life more delicious. Ooh la la, I am in love with Paris. I'm on a perpetual high here. Fashion, raunchiness, style, elegance, quiche, gourmet food, you name it, and Paris has got it. I eat my way through the world capital of gourmet cuisine, known for its frog's legs and goose liver. And guess what I'm most excited by? Gourmet vegetarian food. Gourmet vegetarian food in Paris? Do you think I've gone crazy when I say that? No, I haven't. Because right here in this 3 Michelin starred restaurant, you get the most amazing gourmet food. In fact, I have yet to decide whether the master creator is an artist, a composer, a musician, or a chef. I think he's a bit of both. Speak softly as I enter the very simply done up restaurant. It has only one painting of Chef Alain Passard himself in the garden, made by Corbusier, the world famous artist. Oh my God, it's like an awe-inspiring, perfectly orchestrated masterpiece of music. But let's slow down and appreciate each note, flavor, harmony, shall we? My goodness me, my God, this is a real symphony of onions. It's sweet onion gratin with lemon and parmesan. My God, it's amazing. Ravioli with tomato. Goodness, look at how translucent, beautiful this one looks. And it's just ravioli. The chef called it a carpaccio of tomato with balsamic vinegar. I call it a work of art. Take a look at the color on this plate. All kinds of turnips and carrots, all from the chef's garden. And this magnificent, translucent, thinly sliced work of art is actually a turnip. And I'm going to pop it right into my mouth and go straight to paradise. Mustard ice cream with a cold tomato consomme. It sounds a bit strange, but actually it's just divine. I have to tell you, I'm getting kind of high on this vegetarian food. The good-looking, thrice-married chef has many female admirers. I am definitely one of them. I follow him to the kitchen and badger him with questions. When did you decide that you've fallen in love with vegetables? Why do you like vegetables so much?
You know, I love vegetable more and more, you know. When I children, grandmother prepare for me a lot of recipe with the the carrots and the garlic and the persil and the chive. And when she prepares something for me, I love this food.
And like a Hindi movie, I too have an interesting coincidental twist to my meal. Corbusier, the 80-year-old world-famous artist who has made the painting in the restaurant, surprises me with a gift. That's me. That's my name. And this is the great artist, Corbusier, the 80-year young Corbusier. Thank you. But before you venture out looking for veggie food in Paris, here is a nugget of information you may want to chew on. Next time you are in France, please remember the difference between vegetarian and vegetarian. If you say you're vegetarian, then it means that you eat vegetables and everything except red meat. But if you say you're vegetarian, then it means that you eat only vegetables. And I have got this piece of information thanks to this great guy here, Christian Laval. Welcome to Spoon, the most trendy of all Paris restaurants, serving global cuisine created by the superstar of all French chefs, Alain Passard. He's a 12 Michelin star chef and has 35 fabulous restaurants to his credit. Such a swanky restaurant. Not a place you'd expect to get vegetarian food. What is he pouring?
It is a vegetable consommé.
Okay.
With a semolina, a kind of couscous and mint garnish.
Okay.
And you can add a twist of lime on top of it if you wish, to make it a little...
This is unique. What would you say, where is this from? Which part of the world? Oops.
I would say this comes from North Africa.
As I explore the city, I find that even the smaller restaurants like Hotel Roblin have vegetarian food. So I was wanting to know, Cyril, about your vegetarian food. It seems that you have a lot of dishes and that you have a lot of demand for it.
Yes, that's true. We have a specific demand for vegetarian dishes, and we propose a menu, a special menu with unique vegetarian dishes on it.
Can you give me name the few unique vegetarian dishes which you have?
For example, we can serve you a risotto, a saffron risotto with rocket salads and truffle. We have also a nice velvety watercress soup, which is served with mascarpone, or maybe the tender curd milk gnocchi, which is served with mushrooms and basil.
It's not just the smaller restaurants, even the very fancy and historic hotels like Hotel de Crillon are serving up fabulous vegetarian food.
Vegetarian food is becoming very, very important in Paris because there is more and more demands, and I'm sure we have to respond to this kind of demands here, especially here.
You know what's really interesting? That even Michelin-starred chefs like Chef Jean-François Piège of the prestigious Ambassador restaurant in Hotel de Crillon is making the most unique, creative vegetarian dishes like this warm one out of mushrooms and this cold one out of the same mushrooms. They're outstanding. And it's not just restaurants and hotels. Even the Holy of Holies, Le Cordon Bleu School, the custodian of the French culinary tradition, has introduced a special course in vegetarian cooking.
Yes, we just started a new vegetarian course. It's called Le Cordon Vert. So it's depending on the season when the course will be offered, will be different recipes using the seasoned vegetable. Could be soup, could be salad, or it could be a quiche, etc. using only vegetable.
Vegetarian food has arrived. The oracle has spoken. Amen. Going crazy, and that too on my most favorite motorcycle taxi. I eat my way through this beautiful, relaxed, bohemian state, and guess what I find? French food. Beautiful. Quickly. Oh wow, that's great. I have sea breeze in my hair, sand in my toes, and guess what? French food in my plate. That's right, French food in Goa. What a team! The three French lovers, that's right, the ménage à trois, not only live together but also work together. The talkative Florence looks after the guests, the good-looking quiet Morgan works his magic in the kitchen, while the older and more serious Serge gave up his lucrative fashion career in Paris to work here, and he also changes the decor every single year. So, I wanted to know, what was people's reaction when you decided to open a French restaurant in Goa?
Oh, the people think that it's totally crazy, you know, because everybody say when the people just arrive and come in Goa is to eat Indian food, you know. And so when we just arrive in Goa, we dream about something a little bit different. And also, the only things we knew to do is French food. We didn't know to do Indian food. So we say, okay, we try.
How cool is that? 8 years ago, the three lovers left France to make history in Goa when they opened Goa's first French restaurant. The one we are in now is their second, more casual restaurant. So I hitch a ride with the threesome to check out their very first, very popular restaurant, Le Restaurant Français. It's sunny but cool here as we wind along the charming lane. And hey, the scooter feels wobbly. Could it be because I'm stuffed on French bistro food? I am bowled over. Arty? Yes. Theatrical? Definitely. It's like being transported into another world inside. This is like a surrealistic dream. It's got oddbods, bits and bobs of their own collection.
Le Restaurant Français was the first one to be opened in Goa, and around 8 years ago, I think, something like that. By our passion, we can communicate what we like at the others, you know, and this is very, very important, in fact, because if you don't do the thing, it's everything in every job in the world, you know, if you don't do the things with passion, come on, how it can work?
And the food, it's a mix of different French cooking styles, from classical French dishes like quail cooked in deep red wine, beef with cep sauce and traditional soups. There's something for every palate. But the main inspiration comes from a cooking technique developed by world-famous Spanish chef Ferran Adrià. Each dish is really a labor of love, huh, chef? But you know something, now this is great to eat. But you'll agree with me, it's tough to show on camera.
Sure, it takes a bit of time.
Yeah, I know. So may I request you for your simplest dish which you can show us? You know the one I ate last time?
The
that-
tiger prawn carpaccio.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If you could show us that,
Yeah.
I would really, really be grateful, because you know, also the other thing is that in this tiger prawn carpaccio, please watch carefully, because he has this unique recipe of a unique vanilla oil, and that you can use in several other dishes. Chef, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
Now, as you were saying, the first thing we have to start with the vanilla oil.
Yes, please
It's
tell us
very
about it.
simple,
I
very
love the
simple.
flavor. Yeah.
Now, what we got here, we got some fresh vanilla pods.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to take 3 of those. Now, if you just push it down with the end of your knife here, and then you cut it open. Okay, and we're going to extract all the seeds, okay, from this,
Okay.
because the seeds have most of the flavor. Okay, now this will make us about, I'm going to make about 1/4 liter of oil.
This is the.
This is the olive oil, okay, that we're adding in.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. And then we're just going to cut it down with a little bit of this sweet flower oil.
Add groundnut oil. Keep the flame low and cook it for a while. Store the oil with the vanilla pods in it in a glass bottle for 2 or 3 days till the vanilla flavor is completely extracted. My God, the fragrance of vanilla oil. Anyways, back to the recipe for the tiger prawn carpaccio. After shelling and deveining tiger prawns, freeze them so that you can slice them finely like the chef is doing. Next, season the plate with balsamic vinegar, vanilla oil, white pepper. Place the slices with tiger prawn on it. And again, drizzle with vanilla oil, balsamic vinegar. And guess what? Next, pop it right into the salamander. You can garnish it the way you please. Our genius here is using fresh rucola salad and bits and pieces of tomato. And you know, the best part of this vanilla oil is that you can use it in many, many different ways. Like he's doing it now with the mashed potatoes. You can use it in desserts. Fabulous, versatile. Oh my God, the fragrance of vanilla is just getting to me. Hey, I love the sexy, glamorous look of this restaurant by night. I love to chat with the winsome threesome and to dine with them. It makes my day, or should I say night. That wasabi in Serge's soup bites me, but the mushrooms in Florence's dish kiss me. Woo! The desserts that take my breath away.
You know, this is an elaborate French restaurant, all right. It has chandeliers, except that they hang on trees. Mango trees, coconut trees, frangipani trees. There's this wonderful stars above us and the moon. But you know what? The food is elaborately French. It is, what should I say, my most favorite French restaurant, but with a soul.
From the oldest French restaurant in town, I journey to the newest, La Poisson de Rouge. This French restaurant is a small, cozy, trendy place set under the stars. Vegetarians can take heart because though the restaurant specializes in seafood, it offers interesting vegetarian options, like the tofu dish the chef is preparing now.
Chef Gregory Bazier flies into Normandy. Axel Tardy jets into Provence. And voila, what do we have here? Goa's hottest, latest, newest French restaurant.
French cuisine, because I think there is a real demand by the Indian people to taste a new flavor, a new mix, a new type of techniques in the French cuisine, in the cuisine itself. We thought that it was good to propose a full set menu for the people to discover a full French dinner, mainly seafood because we are a fish restaurant mainly, And à la carte, we propose as well veg course, beef fillet, but we propose a large choice of this type of items.
A fitting toast to this French Revolution.
Foodie Funda was brought to you by